10 years old already. God, haven't you grown? The world was pretty different in 2003 when you were born. Finding Nemo was out, and Busted were #1. Facebook and YouTube hadn't been invented, and Twitter was still 3 years away. Cornwall was different too, thanks in part to the European convergence programmes. Since 2007, Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly has had over €654 million to invest to help economic growth and increase local opportunities. And the fact that the hub is supported by projects financed through the convergence programmes shows how partnership and collaboration is alive and well in our region. Happy birthday, hub.
10 years ago in Cornwall, the business community here was in a very different place to where it is now. Right back at the beginning of unlocking Cornish potential as it was then, our job was to help those small businesses to grow and enable them to employ the really budding, fantastic talent we had coming out of university.
I think that the combined universities in Cornwall, from our perspective, has been really pivotal to that. Young people can actually stay in Cornwall, train in Cornwall, and businesses can actually get their talent pool from Cornwall, and I think that's been a huge, huge benefit.
The businesses that Outset support have benefited from the brand of Cornwall as such, mostly through, I think, the collaborative network that exists here. There's a strong sense of loyalty and willing to give back to new businesses coming through, and I think that's been a real benefit to the new businesses that Outset has been working with.
Technology has played a massive part as well. Before, you could perhaps become quite isolated in your office. I still remember sending press releases via fax to the newspapers, and actually being able to communicate with people, instantly on a regular basis actually helps to generate more ideas and more positivity.
There's a massive patchwork of things that have happened, including funding, great startup support, and a real buzz around the county and a real can-do attitude.
In the last 10 years we've evolved so much, and now we're at a point where everything's happening and we have so many opportunities to further it even more. And because of superfast broadband and because of these really innovative businesses that have moved down here, we need to take this opportunity and actually drive forward that perception even more. We've come a long way in the last 10 years.
I think Cornwall's evolved in the last 10 years. Certainly I've seen the evolution because I've been here for 15. Access to Cornwall is a lot easier than it used to be. The roads are better, the trains are better, and I think Cornwall has responded to that really well and has kind of evolved to meet the needs of all the people that are coming. Certainly for hospitality, it's grown beyond belief in 10 years.
I think back 10 years, and there was almost probably a sense of negativity around the whole of Cornwall. A lot of, say, the traditional industries were kind of declining.
What we've seen in the last 10 years in Padstow is the standards have gone up. The likes of Nathan across the way, Paul Ainsworth, these really, really good chefs have helped everyone sort of up their game. I think the skill level of everyone has gone up, as a result.
Cornwall has now a reputation as being a real foodie destination. Hospitality is becoming really recognised in the county, and that's because of the great producers and the growers. So we feel part of a very important, sort of organically developing place.
I do think that local customers enjoy working with us and buying from us because they can see that we understand the sorts of challenges that they've got day to day. We have competitors, but our competitors end up being friends as well. There's a lot of business support and a great spirit in the business community down here.
I don't think I could have wished to meet a group of more interesting or diverse people who go on to then do some really amazing things, employing people, and it just makes you feel really good every day about going to work.
It comes back to that business of ambition. I think we have been very successful in working with the businesses that we're contracted with, getting them to see that they've got a huge amount to offer in terms of their expertise, and not to feel that just because they're in Cornwall they've got to operate at lower pricing. And those businesses we've seen really start to compete in the wider marketplace and be confident about that competition and feel, yeah, we've got something to offer and we don't have to be on the back foot just because we're based down in the southwest.
The hub has been pivotal to us. From the very early stages of unlocking Cornish potential, we wanted to create a fantastic networking environment for our graduates. Very quickly, as the hub grew and we worked very closely alongside it, we realised that actually we should be sending our graduates to the hub to network. And many of the graduates that we've worked with have really enjoyed their experience with the Hub. More importantly, many of them have been involved in the committees over the years, which I think is a brilliant experience for young business people to get involved and get engaged in not only supporting their business but supporting other businesses.
Being part of the committee, I get to help the new businesses and the new employees coming through and encourage them to network in the same way and build the same contacts that I've had the privilege in the last 10 years.
So the winner of Employee of the Year goes to Becky Palmer.
I owe everything to the Hub for that award, which has been absolutely changing to my career here in Cornwall. I've had 2 fantastic jobs since then and worked with great colleagues, new employees.
Networking can be a daunting experience, so I'm really proud to be part of an organisation that's as welcoming and as engaging as the Hub.
I remember my first Hub event. It was a very scary, very daunting thing to go through, meeting people who I've never met before. But being part of the committee now gives me a chance to make people feel welcome and at ease.
I also think back to kind of traditional networking when I started 10 years ago. It was a lot of grey men, grey suits. It's nice now to see so many different people coming through, young people in particular, and networking.
For me, being involved with the Hub is the staple to the way I do business in Cornwall. The contacts I've met along the way have been invaluable and the friends great too.
Happy
10th birthday
To the Hub.
Cornwall's
Dynamic
Business
Network.
Winning a Hub Award has been such an incredible boost to our business. Allowing us to put award-winning on our website and on our portfolio does really allow us to really fight for that growth and fight for new business, which has been superb for us.
I went to my first Hub meeting 10 years ago this month. It was November 2003 in the Globe in a little room upstairs with 15 people. And now, we regularly see 35, 40 people coming along with an active database of 700 or 800 people.
Working with the Hub is wonderful. It's working with young business people that have high aspirations and give us high challenges, which is what we like to do.
Happy
10th
birthday
to the Hub.
Cornwall's Dynamic
Business
Network.
I've seen a huge growth in the number of young people who are interested in starting their own business, and the Hub have been hugely instrumental in that, and I think the relationship we've had together has been a big part to play in that.
We work really hard to listen to what's going on in the business community and create events around, HR changes, finance changes. The Hub adds value and businesses can go away and think about how they can implement new ideas, new opportunities into their operations.
Happy 10th birthday to the Hub.
Cornwall's Dynamic Business Network.
The Hub's been fantastic. We've been going to the Hub for about a year now, and from the very first meeting we felt so welcomed. Everyone was really friendly and it's allowed us to network with the local business community.
It's a very informal, friendly atmosphere for everybody to come in, get to know each other. Every event is always worth attending, there's always a different theme.
The fact that the sponsors make it possible for us to run those events for free makes it accessible for people, particularly when they're first starting out in business.
It's just seeing the diversity in business and watching them grow. I love it.
I've been part of the Hub now for probably about 5 to 6 years, and for me it's all about being part of something bigger than just my day-to-day job, so I can be part of the wider business community and support that, and I'm really excited to be celebrating 10 years with the Hub.
There have been so many personal highlights over the last 10 years. It's great to see how well the Hub has developed and evolved.
I think we're all very excited to host the awards this year in Truro at the Alberton Manor. It's a change for the Hub, and it's also the Hub's 10th anniversary, which is a cause for great celebration. The number of members that we've got and the continued success of the Hub is testament to the hard work of everyone that's involved.
I'd like to wish the Hub a happy 10th birthday and all the best for another successful 10 years.